Hello everybody and welcome back to AlexElliottGolf and welcome back to the 8th video in this 8-part series. So far we've covered everything from grip, posture, backswing, top of the backswing, downswing and impact, par 3 strategy, par 4 strategy, and now finally we're up to the par 5 strategy. Now the reason why we're starting at the green now, we always look back on a hole and think, where could we have saved shots? Could we have saved shots off the tee with our strategy? Could we have saved shots in the bunker? And 9 times out of 10 we always think, oh, why did I do that? I could have just played it a lot simpler. So we're going to flip this hole on its head and we're going to flip the par 5 strategy on its head. And a lot of you guys that play your golf courses at home in your home club, you're able to do this. I want you to plan your round from the green backwards. So we're going to plan the 9th here at Stockport backwards. So we're going to start at the green, plan where I want to put my 4th shot, plan where I put my 5th shot, and work back all the way to the tee. Let's get into it. In an ideal scenario, we'd always have a chance of a 4 or a 5 or 2 points on a Stableford on a par 5. We always think we've got a good chance of doing that because we've got quite a few shots to play with. Now, I want you to think, right, if imagine we had a putt here for a 5 or 5 for 2 or 6 for 2, whatever that may be depending on your handicap, how could I give myself the best chance of getting in that situation? And now I'm going to walk down the 9th here and I'm going to talk you through where I would play it, walking back from the green backwards. Because like we said before, we always think where we could save our shots and we've got the ball in the hole. So let's think and flip it on its head exactly where we'd like to put the ball. And we can do this on every hole, by the way, but we're going to do it on the par 5 9th here. So I've taken this all the way back to my approach shot into the green. Now, like we said, it's a par 5, so I'll be hitting my approach shot with my 3rd shot hopefully here. And this would be my ideal scenario. I've taken it short of a bunker on the left, so I've taken that out of play. I've taken the trees out on the right, and I've made my landing area as big as possible. Yes, this is a par 5 you could possibly go 4 and 2. However, I feel that if I lay up into this area here to 100 yards, it would give me the best chance of giving myself that either 4 for 3 putt or my 5 for 2 putt. So looking back on the hole, yes, you could be aggressive. However, if you're going to be smart about your play and give yourself a chance of that 5 for 2, like we said, more often than not, then if I lay up into this area here, that would give me that. So as you can see here, I thought, right, the green's there, I'm working my way back. This would be the ideal situation. If I could place my ball to give myself my best chance of my 5 for 2, I'd have my ball placed here. And that's ultimately all we're asking you to do. If you were to walk your par 5 or one of the par 5s at your course, walk it backwards, place the ball down in the ideal scenario. So this is my ideal scenario for my 3rd shot. Let's walk back to where my 2nd shot ideal scenario would be. Now we're back to the 2nd shot. So we've placed our ideal where we'd like to play our 3rd shot from. Now we're going to place to where our tee shot would have finished. And now I've got 200 yards to that bunker where we said we'd like to leave ourselves 100 yards to the hole. So from here, I'd be roughly hitting about 6 or a 5 iron to give myself that chance of hitting that 100 yards in. Now, the reason why we placed it here is because 1, we'd ideally like to be in the centre of the fairway. 2, it'd give me the best angle and keeping short of that bunker we spoke about. And 3, this is the widest part of the fairway. Now, at some of your golf courses, a lot of people think, oh, I've got to hit driver off the tee because it's a par 5. However, in some cases, it actually may be better kind of hitting that 3 wood or even an iron off the tee to make that fairway big as possible, to give that landing area as big as possible, and to give yourself the best chance of plotting your ball in each scenario. Now, how many times have you looked back on the green like we said at the start? So take yourself right back to the start of this video and say, if I could have just hit 7 iron, 7 iron, 7 iron, 7 iron, I would have been on for 4, 2 putts, I've got my 6 for 2. Now, there's no reason why you can't do that. It's not necessarily having to go and hit driver every single time. Place the ball in the ideal scenario you would like to do it and where you would like to play each shot from. So I'm in the centre of the fairway here. In an ideal situation, my tee shot would have finished here to give myself the best chance of giving myself that 100-yard shot into this hole. And again, referring back to that 2 points. End of the day, if we could place the ball in the ideal scenario, I know it's not as easy as that, but having a little bit of strategy, a little bit of clarity in where you'd like to have the ball is absolutely key. Let's go back to the tee shot and discuss where I'd like to start my tee shot. So now we find ourselves back at the tee and the tee shot. Now, like we said, ideally we'd like to play for the middle of the fairway from our 2nd. We'd like to have 100 yards in for our 3rd to give ourselves a chance of those 2 points. Now, looking back on the hole, yes, I can hit driver here, but to give myself the best chance of getting those 5 for 2, I feel that I'm going to hit my 3 wood here. So I'm going to place my 3 wood onto that spot where we had. Then I'm going to try and play from there, short of the bunker. Then from there, I'm going to try and give myself a chance of popping it on the green in 3. So you can see here, I'm breaking down that hole into small manageable chunks. Like a lot of people, I said on the tee, will see a par 5 and feel they've got to hit driver even harder because they've got to get up in 2 because they see the guys on tour do. Well, Zach Johnson won the Masters not going for any par 5 in 2, so don't necessarily have to go for any par 5s. You can still give yourself that chance of that birdie or that 3 points opportunity just by laying up and playing smart golf. How many times have you tried to hit the driver harder, it's gone further offline and you think, oh, like I said, you could have just played 7-9, 7-9, 7-9. Well, let's think strategy, let's think where we place the ball if we played it in reverse, and let's now put that into practice. So, I've got my 3-wood here, I'm going to take my stance, I'm going to go through my alignment, and I'm going to play this hole, hopefully, very close to how I planned it out in my head, playing it backwards. So, pre-shot routine for me. 1 practice swing, feeling technical thought. 2nd one, painting the picture. Really seeing that shot as a shot tracer in my head. And from there, my line here is just left of a pylon. So I'm going to pick that intermediate target out between myself and the pylon on the ground. Place my club down. Build my stance around it. 1 last look at the target. And go. And I try and spend as little time over that ball as possible. So 3-4 seconds absolute max. The more you stand over it, the tenser you get, and the more chance you're going to think of those technical thoughts. Keep your routine brisk and short. Let's go and see where that ball finished, and let's play this hole out. We've got to where the tee shot finished. Now I've just finished in the semi-rough on the right hand side of the fairway. Just to the left of me is where my placement, when we worked back from the green, the ball I would ideally have it. Now I'm in the semi-rough here, but because of the club I chose and because of the strategy I chose, you can see here, because I had clarity in where I wanted the ball to finish, I've not finished too far away from where I wanted to be. Now I could have been actually 10-15 yards further right and still giving myself a chance of punching one down short of that bunker. Now I've got 200 yards short of that bunker. I'm going to play a nice little punch and run with my 6-iron to leave myself that 100 yard, 110 yard shot into the screen. And again, referring back, give myself a chance of those 3 points and 2 points more often than not. So let's punch this one up there and see if we can finish it exactly where I'd like to have the ball to finish when we placed it before. Technical swing, painting the picture, hit the shot. That one's just up there, short of that bunker, giving myself a chance of that 100 yarder, 110 yard shot into the screen. Just finished just short of that bunker we tried to take out of play during our walk back from the hole to the tee. And you can see here, leaving myself short of that bunker, taking the trees on the right out of play, giving myself a chance of that approach shot into the green now. And as you can see, I didn't really hit a very good tee shot, and now I've laid up into the ideal position to give myself a chance of those 3 points. So you can see here, your margin for error is bigger, just by having a little bit of strategy and choosing the correct smart club. Right, let's play this shot into the hole. Technical thought. Take the picture of the shot. That one there is just finished just short of the flag. Now, this flag is right at the back, and this is another point to note. This flag being at the back, you want to take that back of the green out of play. So I had 111 yards to that hole and to that flag, and from here I wanted to make sure that ball landed roughly about 100 yards. So I chose a club that was going to go no longer than 100 if I got it good. The amount of time people get too aggressive to those back flags, yes, you want to get it close, which is actually what I want to do, but due to the conditions at the moment, especially in the UK, everywhere's so firm and bouncy. So I was using my margin for error there again, playing to that spot just short of the flag, and again, referring back to that thing. Let's give ourselves a chance of those 3 points and secure those 2 points. Let's go and hit the putt. So, the ball's finished just short of that flag like we said. We've got the back flag here. I've got roughly about 20 foot now, and this 20 foot putt is for my 3 points, so 4 for 3. So, you can see here that smart play has really paid dividends here. I've plotted the ball roughly where we said when we walked the hole backwards. Yes, it wasn't exactly where it was, but I want to keep repeating myself here, but it was exactly where we wanted the ball to be, as in the sense of we had a chance of hitting that shot into the area where we'd like ideally to play the next shot from. Not necessarily on exactly the same spot, but that tee shot gave me a chance of hitting it short of the bunker. Then short of the bunker gave me a chance of giving myself a nice putt here for a 4 for 3. Now I want to just talk to you a little bit about my strategy and how I read my putts, and I like to talk about giving myself the full picture. So I will walk up and down the putt now, not on the line. I will walk around the hole, trying to observe the hole from all different angles, and just like I said there, giving myself the full picture and painting the full picture in my head, because a lot of the time people will just stand over the ball and look at it this way through the eyes, whereas I want to look at it and focus on it as if you were throwing an apple. You'd look at it face on with your eyes level, not down the side. And I think if you walk round, you get a feeling and a sense of where the putt's going to break, how far the putt is, and also just gives you a sense of how hard I have to hit this putt as well. We're on the 9th here, so we're kind of halfway through the round, and we should have that developed already, but a lot of the time we sometimes get caught out of it's downhill, across hill, and just walking the putt gives you that sense of feeling and where you are in relation to the hole. So I walked up and down this putt, and this can be done whilst your partners are playing, whilst you're approaching the green, so don't feel it has to take a long time. From there, I have my two swings now, just looking at the hole, really trying to feel the pace in my fingers. One look up and in. As you can see there, I've actually held that for a 4 for 3. I look a little bit surprised there, but it's just for me here, you've given yourself a chance at that 4 for 3, and not really expecting to hold that one really. It's a little bit downhill, left to right, just when I'm trying to get inside that bin lid area, but it's ended up going the hole. So you can see there that conservative play for me has paid dividends. All I want to do is reiterate in this video and reiterate in this series that this is all about creating the best golf for you. Not necessarily perfect golf, but the best golf for you. And if you can plan your round, have some strategy, no matter what handicap you are, you can definitely limit your mistakes. You can turn those 6 for 1s or 7 for 1s into 6 for 2s, 5 for 3s, or even if you're a lower handicap player, those 4 for 3s. So like I said, this video and this series is for everybody, not just for your higher handicap players. It's for anybody, whether you're a beginner, experienced or intermediate player. Have some strategy, plan your course backwards, and start just by planning the par 5s backwards, because there's usually sometimes only 2 or maybe 3 on your bigger courses. So walk them backwards, plan where you'd like to have the ball, and before you know it, you'll start playing to that strategy, start making your misses bigger, and you'll start seeing those scores lower. Thank you for watching today's video on Alex Elliott Golf. Practice your strategy, practice your golf, and make sure you check out the rest of the videos in this series. I'll leave a link down below, and make sure you check out the 7 videos prior to this. Thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.